Identification of higher plants. The plant can be identified by considering the different morphological as well as anatomical characteristics present in it. However, currently, the DNA phylogenetic studies are also considered in identification. The morphological characters include leaves, stems, flowers, and roots. However, in order to identify the plant and its family, genus, species, the commonly used terminology should be very well known to the researcher. Plant identification. Scientific names are ultimately based on fruit and flower characteristics of the particular plant. However, we may identify plants by identifying the pattern as well as structure. Morphological or anatomical characters like leaf, form, arrangement, order, petiole, margin, venation, texture, etc. Bark like color, texture, etc. Bud, size, shape, number, etc. Pith, color, type, etc. Whole plant characteristics, form, branching, habit, etc. Node, point on the stem where leaf or bud is born. The space between two nodes is an internode. Lenticel, a breathing pore in the skin or bark of a stem. Leaves, one of the thin, flat, usually green parts of a plant or tree. Stipule, flat, often leaf-like flap below a leaf. Not all leaves have stipules. Stipules can be highly modified into tendrils, spines, scales, etc. Axillary bud, the bud in the axil, the angle between the leaf and stem. Plant can be divided into two main categories. Dicotyledons, the name dicots is for any member of the flowering plants or angiosperm that has a pair of leaves or cotyledons in the embryo of the seed. They have a taproot system. Leaves in dicots have reticulate or net venation. The roots and stems of a dicotyledons possess a cambium and have the ability to increase in diameter. Most common garden plants, shrubs and trees, and broad-leaved flowering plants such as magnolias, roses, geraniums, and hollyhocks are dicots. Monocotyledons, commonly referred to as monocots, are grasses, grain crops, lilies, gladiolas, and palm trees, etc. Leaves in monocots have parallel venation. The roots and stems of monocotyledons do not possess a cambium and cannot increase in diameter. Habit: herb, shrub, tree, annual, biennial, perennial, parasite, epiphyte, mesophyte, hydrophyte, xerophyte, and saprophyte. These are the habit of a plant. Roots. In vascular plants, the roots are the organs of a plant that are modified to provide anchorage for the plant and take in water and nutrients into the plant body, which allows plants to grow taller and faster. The type of root will normally help you identify the plant. It will place the plant into a monocot or dicot category. Taproot. First, a taproot is a large, central and dominant root from which other roots sprout laterally. Typically, a taproot is somewhat straight and very thick, is tapering in shape and grows directly downwards. For example, carrots, cajanus, radish, etc. The second one is adventitious root. Adventitious root system differs from the primary variety in that the primary root is often short-lived and is replaced or supplemented by many roots that form from the stem. Most monocotyledons have adventitious roots. For example, include orchids like Orchidaceae family, bromeliads, Bromeliaceae family, and many other epiphytic plants in the tropics. Grasses like Poaceae family and many other monocotyledons produce fibrous root systems with the development of adventitious roots. Adventitious roots, when modified for aerial support, are called prop roots, as in corn or some figs like Ficus, Moraceae family. Branched roots possessing branches. Unbranched root without branches. Fibrous root, A fibrous root system is the opposite of a taproot system. It is usually found by thin, moderately branching roots growing from the stem. A fibrous root system is universal in monocotyledonous plant and ferns. The fibrous root systems look like a mat made out of roots when the tree has reached full maturity. Stilt root. Such roots arise from the nodes of the stem above the soil, for example, saccharum and maize. Aerial root. Hanging aerial roots, for example, orchids. Climbing root. The roots that help in climbing of plants like ticoma, peeper, pothos. Respiratory root. Spongy roots, for example, pistia. Nematophores. Aerial taproots which come out of the soil and help the plant to breathe. It is found in mangroves or swampy areas. The soil of the mangrove is clay and sticky, which does not allow the air to pass through it. Therefore, the roots of such plants come out of the soil for respiration. Nematophores grow vertically upwards, so negative geotropism. The surface of the root contains small pore-like structures known as the nematodes, which help in the exchange of gases. The remaining surface of the root is covered by cork. For example, mangrove Avicennia sonerity. Mycorrhizal fungi root. Mycorrhizae are a symbiotic association between plant roots and soil fungi. Their major role is to enhance nutrient and water uptake by the host plant by exploiting a larger volume of soil than roots alone can do. Mycorrhizae come in a number of forms, depend upon both host plant and fungal taxonomy. Parasitic root. The sucking root of parasite, for example, Cuscuta, in Hindi, Amarbil, Dendrothoi, etc. Assimilatory root. The aerial roots with the chlorophyll, for example, Tinospora. Aquatic root. The roots found in water plant. They do not possess root caps and hairs, for example, Pistia. Conical root. This type of root tuber is conical in shape, for example, carrot. Fusiform. This type of root is widest in the middle and tapers toward the top and the bottom, for example, radish. Napiform. The root has a top-like appearance. It is very broad at the top and tapers suddenly like tail at the bottom, for example, fleshy root of turnip. Saljam. Fasciculated root. Fasciculated root are a type of adventitious root that has been modified. Clusters of fleshy roots, for example, asparagus. Nodulated root or bead-like structures on the root and found in plants that are associated with rhizobium, the symbiotic nitrogen fixing bacteria. For example, leguminous roots, Caesar, Arachis, Trifolium. Nodulose, when the cylinder root becomes suddenly swollen near the apex, for example, Cuscuma amada, Amhaldi. Beaded or moniliform. These roots give the appearance of beads in them due to the presence of swelling at regular interval in the structure of roots. These are a type of adventitious types of roots, for example, vitis. Annulated root, when the root has a series of ring-like swellings on its body, for example, Ipecacuanha. This is a type of root system.